This is Eyewitness News with live breaking news.
Hi, we're following breaking news on ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 3 o'clock. A dangerous pursuit through the Grapevine, and this is happening right through the Antelope Valley right now. I'm Ellen Leyva.
And I'm Colleen Sullivan. Let's go back over to Chris Christie in Air 7 to tell us the latest details on this pursuit. Chris.
Yeah, I want to recap what we're watching here. A high-speed pursuit down the 5 freeway coming down the Grapevine as CHP tries to approach this vehicle from a number of different angles. They've got units off the freeway. They've got units behind her on the southbound side of the 5 freeway and units waiting for her up ahead. You can see that black and white getting on the freeway, transitioning on right now. Again, they are trying to get this woman off the road. This was an LAPD pursuit that started somewhere near the San Fernando Valley on the 118 and ended up in Santa Clarita. LA County Sheriffs followed her through the valley, and then eventually CHP took it over on the 5 freeway as she continued all the way up past Castaic, up the Grapevine, and now going southbound after making a U-turn just a few miles back near Frazier Park. And now you can see she's continuing on the southbound side at triple-digit speeds in excess of 110 miles per hour. There is nobody else in the vehicle that we are aware of, but she has at times been rifling through either a shopping bag or a backpack that is in her lap that we saw just a few minutes ago. You might be able to re-rack some of that video. You can see her with a backpack in her lap, a pink backpack, with one hand on the steering wheel, at times taking both hands off the steering wheel at triple-digit speeds, coming very close to other traffic. At one point, she even struck a construction barrel as she sped through a construction zone, but it is unclear at this point what has caused that damage. Some minor damage on the front right fender of that vehicle. Also, the front bumper appears to be dangling off as well, at least a part of it anyways, as we take a closer look at the front end of that stolen CRV. Again, that is a Grand Theft Auto suspect behind the wheel of that Honda CRV, guys.
On the right-hand side of the screen, we're watching video from just a little bit earlier where she's driving with no hands. She's rifling through that pink backpack, at sometimes with one hand.
All lanes, weaving across all lanes over the gore point. Almost went airborne there, to be honest with you. Losing control. This will do it. A major rollover crash under the freeway at Quail Lake Road. She might have seen something that she didn't like there, maybe even a spike strip, but in any event, she made a last-minute decision to get off, and that is the end. She is in a very, very major crash, rolling over multiple times into the pillar of that overpass. CHP is going to approach that vehicle. It'll be surprising if the driver wasn't even ejected there. This is a major collision at the end of this pursuit at the 5 freeway and Quail Lake Road. What you guys saw just now was about as bad as this could have possibly ended for the driver inside that vehicle. Man, that was rough, guys.
Chris, look
I'm
at
sorry
that.
You had to see that, but that was a rough crash.
And there's that pink backpack that it was ejected from the vehicle there. Wow, Chris. That is a horrible accident.
And you can see instantly those CHP officers approach the vehicle unarmed, or they're armed, but they were not. You know, they basically confirmed just by just by watching the body language here. You could tell that that driver, at the very least, is incapacitated at this point. Obviously, the call is going out for fire rescue. They're going to come out here and either attend to her or declare this a DOA, but that is a hardly survivable crash by my eye.
Yeah, well, we apologize for everybody at home that had to see such a distressing accident, and boy, that was a bad one, Chris, and thank goodness there were no other cars involved and that there was no other vehicles in her way. Oh my
I don't know what made her decide to weave across the entire freeway at the very last second. But it's possible, and I don't know this for sure, but this is the same exact area where we were expecting to see that spike strip. And so we don't have confirmation, and I don't want to pretend that we do, but this is the area where she may have seen either a patrol unit ahead of her or something else that gave her the last minute instinct to swerve across the freeway and try and exit the freeway at Quail Lake Road, only to lose control of the vehicle, off-roading for a couple of seconds, and then colliding with that guardrail and eventually rolling over right into the pillar of the Quail Lake Road overpass. Just a terrifying end to this pursuit.
And not a good sign that they're not looking in the vehicle or speaking with anyone in that vehicle. So, well,
I know that was really unbelievable. I don't think that we've really seen at the end of a pursuit happen quite so violently. Again, this is on the 5 North, so of course this is happening through. Chris, was this an exit? Was it off? I'm just trying to think about traffic that might be impacted, but it was a. Yeah, you can see this area. Thank goodness doesn't have a lot of drivers on it.
Yeah, no, the freeway is not going to be impacted here, fortunately, so that's some good news for drivers, but she was transitioning onto Quail Lake Road, and it was the transition road, that windy transition road, that that just didn't allow her to take that turn at that speed. She never really slowed down. She took she made a it's just the worst. She made a last-minute move across the entire freeway and then tried to swerve around the transition road at 100 miles per hour without ever even braking, and then just lost control of the vehicle at that speed. It was really curtains the minute she crossed over. I just, you can only imagine, you know, what the condition of that person is at this point. But you can see CHP now getting into position to cordon off the surrounding area here. They're going to control the scene and wait for fire rescue, but it may take a few minutes before they actually can get somebody in here, but they have a lot of work to do and a major crash at the termination of this pursuit that's going to have to be investigated.
All right, Chris Christie, nobody covers pursuits like you. We're grateful to you. Thank you so much.